Well, this tragic crash in Monroe County has been a consistent topic of conversation, and with that comes the question on how children can handle this level of grief. Tatiana Cash spoke with a child psychologist to see what role parents can play. Tatiana?
Yes, the one thing both health professionals and parents can't agree on, big and heavy topics like these should not just be swept under the rug. It's best to give your child what they can handle and letting them come to you with questions.
After Marcella Chidester crashed into Monroe County's Swan Boat Club during a child's birthday party, killing one 8-year-old and one 4-year-old, the broken community had to begin sorting through the pain. Steve Cybula has lived in the area for about 6 years and says his 5-year-old daughter had a lot of questions.
I'm just trying to sit her at home and answer as many of those questions to the best of my abilities that I could. We've always been pretty open and honest with her,
Child psychologist Dr. Andrea Mata applauds parents like Cybula for their efforts.
So the first step is wait for them to bring it up. Second step would be listen and validate their understanding of what happened and what their feelings are.
The doctor says too often parents want to fix the conversation by sometimes giving too much information they may not need. So it's best to wait and see if kids have questions and then give answers that meet them where they're at. Don't over-explain if you don't have to.
At 5 years old, the amount of real-world experience towards trauma, that doesn't quite resonate.
Dr. Mata says actively listening to your child when they know of big incidents like this helps them with the building blocks of starting conversations on hard topics. And avoiding these conversations can cause a domino effect.
It creates a behavior where, like, whenever it's time to have difficult conversations, we're not going to have them. We're going to avoid them, and we're just going to sweep them under the rug.
Now, another thing to make sure of is allow your child to talk to other adults that, of course, you trust, that they may be able to talk about these topics like this if you're not able to be around. This way they can get the answers, and you know they're coming from a trusted source. Live in studio, Tatiana Cash, WTOL 11.
Well, as we learn more about the conditions of the victims and more about the suspect and her trials, we'll be sure to keep you updated on air and online, which includes our free WTOL 11 News app.